Hey there, this is Wester70 with tips and tricks for Haven and Hearth. Today we're going to show you how to do make a simple pole fence. And the reason I'm doing this is that during my wanderings around in our little world here, I've noticed that some people have been building just fences, pole fences, just out of the corner post. And they don't apparently know that you can then switch, once you build the corner post, that you can switch to a much cheaper way of adding the slats in between the corner posts. I've seen entire fences around houses and properties that are made out of corner posts. And to alleviate that problem and to tell people, you know, how to actually do it, that's why I'm preparing this little tip. It's a typical thing that people do when they start the game because they don't really read the instructions thoroughly because they're kind of overwhelmed with all the different things they have to do, and of course they're concerned about dying in this game, whereas in other games it's not quite as critical as this game. Death is permanent. So without much ado, then we're going to go over to build and then walls and fences, and then we're going to left click and we're going to build our corner post. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that will start the building process. When I'm doing things like this, I always like to keep an eye out on the surrounding areas. You never know when something might walk in, like a boar or a bear, and you do need to have your escape routes. Now in the middle of the screen, the fence post has now been built, and so you can start to lay your fencing out. And so what you do is you go up to the fence and you right click the fence or the corner post, and then you can determine which way you want to extend your fencing out. So in this case we're going to extend it to the south, and as you can see it takes one branch to do that. So you left click on your branch, hit build, and you have started your southerly extent of your fence. Now here we're going to do it again, and click on the branch and hit build. It's a fairly straightforward process, but again, I understand why some people aren't doing it, because they just don't have the opportunity to completely understand everything they've gotten, or understand. They don't completely understand the rules of the game at this point. There's a lot to learn. It's not terribly complex, but on the other hand, it's something they just have to internalize a little bit. It is branches, while they're all over the forest, are relatively commonplace, but you do want to minimize the amount that you use, because they are used for a number of different purposes, particularly in the beginning of the game. Not so much probably in the latter part, although I don't know that. But okay, so we've got a nice stretch of fence here built, and so that basically demonstrates the kind of fence building that you would do at the beginning of the game. Many of the forums indicate that this type of pole fence is basically kind of worthless because it won't keep out boars or people or anything else, it seems. Maybe rabbits, but I'm not even sure about that. But it does give you a sense of accomplishment, and it also sort of demarks your territory. It's you're kind of set marking your place by putting this fence around. It's a visible boundary or barrier, or more a boundary than a barrier, but at least it gives you a sense of ownership out here. And that's kind of important when you're starting this game, because you have to work hard for everything you get, and the people who do not steal will respect that boundary and leave it alone, because if you break through the boundary, it signals ill intent and a signal for a battle or a fight, or minimally at least distrust. So in a way it offers some visual clues about, this is my spot, this is what anything in this area is mine. It If you cross that boundary, then you can be considered an enemy. Anybody that wants to come and visit you can signal through chat that they're a friend or whatever. And so I think the fence itself has some good parts to it. And that's it for right now. Bye.